Hello, this is Zachary from Zachary 3D Prints. As you can see, I'm going to tell you something about this project that is coming on Zachary 3D Prints. Coming up, InMoov. Hello, this is Zachary from Zachary 3D Prints, bringing you how to reviews and many other cool things you can do with your 3D printing. So, if you are new to this channel and not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Every social media link I will put in the description, and if you want to support this channel, you can. I will also put a link from my Patreon in the description of this video. With that being said, well, let's get now into today's video about the InMoov humanoid robot. Like you can see, this is a not completely built version yet. Dry testing everything, see if everything is fitting or not, because the InMoov robot comes with a few things that you should know before starting your own build on the InMoov humanoid robot. And I will cover everything on my YouTube channel, and every 1 or 2 times a month I will post a new video for your InMoov robot. So a few things that you should know when building it. You can choose if you want to print partial parts or print everything before starting. Well, I also did that, but the thing is that I started 4th of October with printing the first parts, and I need to say, it costs a lot of filament. Every 1 or 2 times a month I will put out new videos about building the humanoid robot. So I'm going to start, next time I start with the torso part. So that are the gray parts on the inside of the InMoov robot. It's not that difficult, but there are some things that you should know before starting with the InMoov robot. First thing, that you want to make sure that all parts that you need to assemble are there. For the plastic parts, no problem, you can print them. And also one thing that I need to mention, you can go to the site of InMoov.fr. I will put the link in the description of this video, where you can find everything you should know about making your own InMoov 3D printed robot. It's, in this case, just the same height as I am, and that's no problem, that's fine. I have it on a standard, but the InMoov robot comes also with legs. So, but back to some little things that are handy to know, need to know. On the InMoov site, you can also find some track list. On this track sheet, you can write down which printer you are going to print it with, which kind of filament you are going to use. You can also write down which kind of color you're going to use for that. I start writing how much meters I should use, but also the weight of the filament. And also the time. Why is that? Because sometimes it's good when you're starting with something big like this, that you can keep track of how much or what things you did print and which should still be printed. When you write down the weight of your filament usage, you can check if you are going to have enough filament left to print the last part that you need, or changing filament rolls and leave the smaller parts that you don't need that much, that you can print it then. So also other things, also the printing time, then you can calculate when something is going to be done. As you can see, I'm having a webcam pointed up at my 3D printer. I will put the link in the description of my Twitch account from printing progress. There you can see what I'm printing at that time. It's a little hack so that wherever I am, I can always check how far the print is at. Not that important, but also something that other people can see what I'm printing. So the track list, the webcam. Also one other thing that you should know, when you're going to 3D print this big humanoid robot, you can just go to only the hand or the lower arm or the wrist or the bicep or just the torso or just the head. It doesn't matter. Every part you can find on the InMoov.fr webpage in every STL files. When you're going to use a slicer, I use for this one, I used Cura 4.3, I believe. And the great thing is when you are going to put it on an SD card, a micro SD card in my case, because the Ender 3 Pro needs an SD card, a micro SD card. Every time when I'm putting every file on the SD card, I saved it in a specific folder so that when I'm going to use it on my Ender 3 Pro, I know exactly which kind of section of the body I'm going to print. In combination with the track sheet, you know exactly where to find it on your Ender 3 Pro menu. Also, when you are using Cura 4.2 or Prusa Slicer or different other slicer software, you write down during your slicing and saving and set it on, put it on, save it on your SD card. You know exactly how much time and how much filament you are using. Also, one other thing that I need to tell about using slicing software, things that are structural, you put in infill of 50%. When it doesn't have so much weight on it that it can break, then it's no problem to use an infill of 20 or 30%. Also one other thing, this robot also needs some electronics to get moving, get some things out, and the servo motors, that's one part that I'm also trying to cover with this build. So now I'm going to only do the building with the plastic parts, but as long as I don't need to use any glue, that's okay, because if I have to put in some servo motors or some other things and this glued, then I have to start all over again for that part. So be careful with that. No, as you can see, that this is printed in, I guess, 2 months. I'm also working here on the lower arm sections, the wrist parts. This one is now printing the right wrist. So it's going to be huge, it's going to be awesome, and it's going to take some time. So on this channel, every 1 or 2 times a month, I will put a new video out on the build of InMoov. This next video that I'm going to put out is about building the torso. So I have to break down this little guy, I'm sorry. Well, it's for the channel purpose, but if it is going to build, everything is visible. So, hey, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you are new, and hit the thumbs up to support my channel as well. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. Happy 3D printing. Zachary 3D Prints.